Hello, my lovely students. Welcome back in my YouTube channel. Today, inshallah, we are going to know how we can introduce ourselves in English, how we can form present simple tense and know its uses, and how we can pronounce the final S in third person pronouns. So, let's start. Here we have Dr. Bugs, okay? It is his nickname because he loves his profession so much. So they call him Dr. Bugs. But his name is Dr. Mark. Okay. So let's know more about Dr. Mark. Okay. So here most people he's saying that most people don't like bugs. Okay, but Dr. Mark loves them so much. In fact, his nickname is Dr. Bugs. Okay, so people call him Dr. Bugs because he loves them so much. But let me first ask you, what do I mean by bugs? Okay, bugs. Actually, bugs are just very tiny creatures. Okay, so you can call them that like they are like insects. So Dr. Mark is specialized in studying insects, which is a branch of zoology. Okay, zoology is concerned with everything related to animals. Okay, let's back to Dr. Bugs. So, Dr. Bugs also he is a photographer and an entomologist. So, an entomologist is a scientist who studies bugs. Okay. So, Dr. Mark's favorite bug is the ant. Okay. So he goes all over the woods to study ants. He watches them as they eat, work, rest, sleep, and fight. He takes photographs of the ants. He lies on the ground with his camera and waits for the right moment to take photos of them. So the ants and other bugs often bite him, okay? But however, we have Dr. Bugs. He loves these creatures so much so this doesn't stop Dr. Bugs. He has an interesting and unusual job, and he don't like to lose it. So here, of course, we have in the highlighted parts the present simple tense. We have here, for example, loves, studies, goes, sleep, fight, watches, eat, work, rest, takes, lies, waits, bites, has, and loves. Okay, so actually we used here the present simple tense because we are talking about real or facts. Okay, so something that is so real in the actual in the materialistic world. So we have to use present simple tense. Okay, because we are talking about facts about me, Dr. Bugs, who who is a scientist who loves dealing with this kind of creatures, the insects. So we have to use present simple tense. Okay, so this text or passage is like an introduction. Okay, actually, it is about somebody who wants to introduce himself to others. So we can use present simple tense also to talk about ourselves or to introduce ourselves to others. For example, in a job interview, for example, when you meet a friend or somebody that you actually want to be friend with him, okay? So you have to introduce yourself first, okay, using these present simple tense. And of course, you can describe yourself, your name, your job, or if you are still student, so you can describe what you are studying. You can tell others where you live. You can describe your hobbies or activities that you like. Okay, so here we have Dr. Bugs. He does the same. He talked about himself. He mentioned what he really likes, his job or his study, the activities that he is really into. Okay, so that's all regarding Dr. Bugs. And as I mentioned, the bugs it is related to the the section or the branch, okay, that insects are divided into, or that we have like many types of insects. So bugs, it's like we call it in Arabic علم الحشرات. Okay, so that's what I mean by bugs. So here we have the entomologist. The entomologist, of course, it is an adjective, okay, when we want to describe somebody who studies insects, okay. We call him in Arabic عالم الحشرات أو الزواحف, okay. So simply it means a scientist who studies insects, okay. It is called entomologist. Entomologist, which is an adjective. Okay, and we have here entomology, another new word. Entomology is the science itself or the branch of zoology concerned with the study of insects. So zoology is the main science, okay, that is concerned with the studying or uh, searching for anything related to animals, their structure, their um, habitants, everything related to animals. It is called the science of zoology. Okay, so entomology, okay, is a branch of zoology, okay, which is concerned with the study of insects. So here we have like a list, and we have to check which verb, okay, is done from these two parts. We have here doctor in the ants, and of course it is so easy. And the first verb is studies, okay, of course humans are the one who studies, so it is well be with Dr. Mark. Fight, fight, let's see, fight belongs to which party? Okay, so here we have he watches them as they eat, work, rest, sleep, and fight. So here, of course, the doer of the action is the ant. Waits. Let's see. Waits belongs to which participant? He lies on the ground with his camera and waits for the right moment. So, of course, waits for Dr. Mark. And the last verb with us is bite. Of course, animals or the ants are the ones who bite. Sorry, which bite. So, and here we have another exercise in the passage. So, of course, Dr. Mark, and here we have the ants. So, we will see which verbs the Dr. Mark does and which verbs that the ant does. And it's so easy. So you are supposed now to write down all the verbs that you can find in the passage. Okay, and categorize them. Which verbs come with Dr. Mark and which verbs come with the ant or the insect. So let's hear some examples. Let's have here some examples from the text. Okay, and of course we have in the text affirmative statements and the negative statements. Okay, so the affirmative statements like what? Like Dr. Mark loves insects, like his nickname is Dr. Bugs, is a photographer and entomologist. An entomologist studies bugs and he goes all over the world to study ants. So all of these examples, okay, are in present simple tense because here we are talking about somebody, okay, it's something real about him. It is when we said Dr. Bugs or Dr. Mark here is trying to introduce himself to others, okay? So all these examples, okay, must be in the present simple tense like we observe now. And of course, we have also the option to put these statements or to form, okay, the negative statements. Like here, most people do not like bugs, and but that doesn't stop Dr. Mark. I know that the second one you don't get it, so let me get to the passage to see the whole sentence. Okay, here the sentence starting from that. So the ants and other bugs often bite him, but that doesn't stop Dr. Bugs. So it is also a fact about Dr. Bugs or Dr. Mark that he's so persistent, okay, to practice his job, his profession, even if it is so dangerous for him. Even if these insects are going to bite him and hurt him. So the thing we can observe here, the difference between the affirmative structure of the present simple tense and the negative structure or the negative structure of the negative statement is so clear here. Uh, so in the present simple, the affirmative structure of the present simple, we have here the main verb, okay, uh, without adding any helping or auxiliary verbs like verb to do or like verb to be. Here, all the verbs are the main verbs. So this, like the first notice I found out here. So of course, in the negative statements here, we have to add verb to do. Okay, verb to do actually is one of the auxiliary verbs, and we always use okay verb to do okay in the present simple tense to gets a negative form of the subject. Like here we have most people do not like bugs. So the main verb of course is like, but to get the negative statement of the sentence, we have to get an auxiliary verb which is verb to do, okay? And we have also to take care from the idea or the factor of subject-verb agreement. Okay, subject-verb agreement, it simply means that I have to choose the correct form of the verb, okay, with the subject. So the subject here is most people, most people. So most people is a plural. So I have to put do, not does. Okay, but how about but that? So that is referring to the previous clause, okay, which is of course a singular thing because we are talking about something. And let me get to the passage to show you. Yes, it's here. So the ants and other bats often bite him, but that. So that is referring to the action of biting. Okay. So we can just omit it and put it, okay, to refer to the previous sentence or clause. So actually it's a clause, not a sentence. So to refer to the previous clause, so we have to put does not do, okay, because it is singular, not plural. So we can conclude that with plural subjects, we can use verb to do, okay? But with singular ones, we can just use does. And of course, here we have to put not after the auxiliary verb. And the main verb should or has to take the infinitive form. And don't forget that any verb after do or does, okay, should be in the infinitive form. So the rule here of the subject-verb agreement that we have like two groups of personal pronouns in English, okay, mainly I, we, you, they, and the second group is he, she, and it, okay. So with he, she, it, we have to put the verb, okay, in infinitive plus the final s, okay, like walk, we add s so it becomes walks, drink, we add also s so it becomes drinks, okay. However, the first or the other group, which is like we said, I, we, you, they, we have only to put the verb in infinitive form, like walk or study. So we knew together that with some personal pronouns like he, she, it, we have to add the s. But unfortunately, some verbs, they do need, okay, other endings. Okay, so let's see. Mostly all the verbs in English not all of them. I am just saying most of them, like 90% of the verbs. We just need the final S here. We just put S. So like, love, loves, stop, stops, close, closes, dance, dances, play, plays. Okay, but other group, okay, need ES endings. Okay, right. Which groups need that, or which group of verbs need that endings? Okay, we have like CH. So any verb ending with any sibilant, okay, any sibilant sound, we have to add ES. Like what? Like CH, SH, SX, and Z. Okay, so we call these sounds sibilant sounds, and we need to put the ending ES, okay, with these verbs ending with these endings. Like what? Like whoosh, it becomes whooshes. Teach become teaches. Dress become dresses. Relax become relaxes. Buzz become buzzes. Okay? And we have the last group, which is the any verbs that end with letter Y. And in this case, we have to change letter Y to letter I, okay? And add ES ending, okay? But take care that we do that with verbs ending with consonants, like verb carry. So the letter R is a consonant letter, so we actually just omit or turn or transform letter Y to letter I and the ending ES. That's it. But how about a verb like play? So here play, because the verb ending with vowel a, okay, we do not do the same thing like we did here. We just keep the letter Y and we just add letter S like most verbs in English, and that's it. Okay, but here we have study, and of course letter D is a consonant letter, so we have also to transform letter D to letter I and add the ending ES. So we have to take care, okay, the ending letter of each verb before before adding any final S. We have to take care of that issue because we sometimes people get confused and they have like spelling errors, okay, when it comes to present simple tense because of the final S. Because actually we don't have like a one form to follow. No, there are three options when it comes to spelling rules of present simple tense. Either to put simply one S, that of course it is applied to most verbs in English, or to just add ES with verbs ending with sibilant sounds. And sibilant sounds, I mean by that sounds that are variants from the sound sah sound, okay? The sound of letter S. So they are like shah, like cha, like sa, like x, like za. Okay, so in this case we have to put this ending es. In the final case, okay, when we have the semi-vowel letter y, we have to turn it into letter I when it comes, okay, after any consonant. But when it comes to any vowel, okay, we have just to keep it without any change and add the typical final S that we already know. Okay, so here we have some examples, some exercises on the spelling rule of present simple tense. And it's so easy, you are supposed to do that by your own. Now let me get let me answer some of them, like take some examples like help. So help here, of course it is helps, okay, because here we don't have a sibilant sound and we don't have letter Y. So it is simply helps. How about fish? Fish, so fish ending with sibilant sound, the ch sound. So we have to turn it into fishes. Fishes. We have to take or to add the ending es. How about pass? Pass. Okay. It ends with the sah sound. So of course we will have to take es ending. How about pie? Pie. Here we have pie ending with letter Y, and it comes after the vowel a, so we will never ever turn it into letter I, we will keep it as it is, we will just add the typical final S. Okay, here we have like some examples in present simple tense, like he often goes all over the world to study ants, trains a lot in winter. The train arrives at 7 p.m. and I have exams in January. So all the examples here are in present simple tense. But why we used present simple tense? Let's see. The first example here, he goes all over the world to study ants. So here we are talking about something that this person used to do. It is something like a part of his routine, about part of his day. So here we are talking about our routine, or let me, yeah, about his routine, because we are talking about Dr. Mark. So we are talking about his routine, what he really like to do in his day. So of course it is in present simple tense, because while we talk about our routines, we have to use present simple tense. But how about it rains a lot in winter? Here we have like a fact that in winter it rains a lot. So also we can use present simple tense when we talk about facts. Okay, how about the train arrives at 7 p.m.? So here we are talking about like a schedule or something that is arranged, okay? It is something that is so fixed. Do you know the timetables or the schedules, transportation of our exams? So they are fixed. We couldn't under any circumstance change them. They are schedules. So they are fixed and they are permanent. No one can ever change these arrangements. So also in this case we have to use present simple tense. And the last example, I have exams in January. It's also something scheduled. It is something fixed. I cannot change it under any circumstance. If I am sick, if I'm going to travel, if I'm having any problem in the exams, when the time of the exam will never ever change. Okay, no one can ever never change the time of my exam. And here we comes to the part of pronunciation, the final S. Because I feel that it's a little bit tricky for us um, because some people believe that sounds in English depend on the spelling of the word, depend on the spelling itself. No, uh, it is the tricky part of English because spelling actually are not do not guarantee you to correct pronunciation. You have to like understand the rules of pronunciation, phonetics to be able to pronounce well. So here I get you two steps to follow before pronouncing the final S in present simple tense. The first step is check the last sound in the verb. The second step is determine if it is a voiced or unvoiced or a sibilant sound, and we will see the difference between each one. So what I need to know is to check to like to get the last sound of the verb, okay? And I mean the sound, not the spelling, okay? The last thing you actually pronounce, okay? And the second step is to determine this sound is a voiced or unvoiced or a sibilant. And we will see the difference between them now. So generally speaking, we have three options to pronounce the final S, and as I told you, it depends on these two steps that you're going to follow before pronouncing the final S. So the final S can be pronounced as S sound, okay, like the sound, or is sound. So imagine that the final is like an actor, okay, and that actor play different roles, okay. So when this actor appears in an interview or in a program, so nothing is changed. His own character is the same. So we will call him like he, by his own name. Nothing changed about him. So that's the same when it comes to the final S. So it is actually the same here. Sa, okay. But when it comes to playing different roles um, in a program, in a film or in a movie, in a series, so here we have these two options. So the actor will be like the or is so. Actually, like I told you, it depends on the last sound of the word. So let's see what do I mean first by voiced sound. Actually, voiced sound or the ones that require a vibration, my vocal cords. Okay, and the vocal cords, of course, they are located in your throat. So I want to from you now to try to pronounce one of these sounds, okay, and put your finger at your throat, at your vocal cords, and start to feel if you will find any vibration or not. Okay, so if you can find any vibration, any movement of your vocal cords, so here you have a voice sound. Okay, like what? Like ba, 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 like da, 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 ga, 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 ma, 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 and so on. So while pronouncing them, okay, I feel that there is like a vibration movement in my vocal cords. So here I have a voiced sound. So they passed the test and I can call them voiced sounds. So this voiced sounds, the sa, okay, will be pronounced as za, 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 okay. So let's see some verbs, okay, that end with a voiced sound. Dream, dream, it becomes dreams, dreams. Feel, feel, it becomes feels, feels. Mirror, mirror, it becomes mirrors, mirrors. Drag, drag, it becomes drags, drags. So here I have the sah sound, okay, it is transformed into zah sound. Okay, how about unvoiced sounds? Of course, unvoiced sounds, in contrast to voiced sounds, they are opposite to them, okay? So unvoiced sounds do not involve any vocal cord vibrations. They do not involve any movement in my vocal cords or at my throat. So in this case, the final S of the present simple tense will be transformed into sa, sa. So it is the same here. Okay, the actor, somebody meet him in an interview or in a program. So the actor, his character, his own nature is the same. Nothing changed about him. So here we have the sa sound. Okay, it comes with the unvoiced sounds. So let me take some examples like we have here the consonants pa, ta, ka, fa, sha, ta, okay, and ha. So all of them, when I am trying to pronounce them, there is no vibrations in my vocal cord. I do not feel any movement on my vocal cords. So they passed the test. Okay, some verbs ending with unvoiced sound like help, help. It becomes helps, helps. Walk, walk. It becomes walks, walks. Sleep, sleep. It becomes sleeps, sleeps. Before moving from unvoiced and uh, the voiced sounds, I want just to make sure that you remember that all vowels in English language, okay, are voiced sounds. Okay, if you want to try pronouncing them and notice what's going on in your vocal cords, you can do that. But if you want to memorize this fact that all vowels or voiced sounds, so as you like, do what you are actually relaxed with. But don't forget that all vowels are voiced sounds. And here we have the difference, okay, or some practices or a test to show the difference between any voiced or unvoiced sound. Here we have like bah or pah, bah and pah, da and ta, ga and ka. Okay, so bah, da, ga are voiced because there is vibration in my vocal cords. However, bah, ta, ka are unvoiced because there is no vibration in my vocal cords while pronouncing them. Bah like bed, bah like pat, dah like door, tah like tour, gah like go, kah like cool. Okay, and take care that the spelling, okay, in English, it doesn't guarantee you the sound, okay, because here we have like letter C, but it gives you the sound ka, so the phonetic transcription of the letter here is ka, not sa, because the sound here is the ka sound, so take care. And finally, we have the sibilant sounds, okay, and we said that they are variants of sa sound. And here, when we find any verb ending with sibilant sound, so in this case, the sa sound, the final sa of the present simple tense should be transformed into is sound. Okay. Here we have the sibilant sounds sa, sa, ka, za, sa, sha, cha, ga. Okay, they all are sibilant sounds. Sa like race, it becomes races, races. Sa like pose, pose, it becomes poses, poses. Nurse, it becomes nurses, nurses. Bus, it becomes buses, buses. Rise, it becomes rises, rises. So take care that we can apply this rule also when it comes to plural, okay, the plural S. So here we have the plural form of the word nurse, okay? So it becomes, even in pronouncing the plural form of the singular nurse, becomes also ending with the sound S. So we can apply the rule of the final S of the present simple tense also with the rule of the plural of any singular word. Here we have X like fixes, fixes, box like boxes, boxes, hawks like hawkses, zah, zah like amaze, amazes, praise, praises, prize, prices, quiz, quizzes, sah, sah like kiss, it becomes kisses, miss, misses, pass, passes, pass, passes, chah, chah like church, churches, sandwich, sandwiches, witches, teach, teaches, shah, shah, like dish, dishes, wish, wishes, push, push, pushes, crush, crushes, gah, like garage, garages, change, changes, age, ages, judge, judges. And here we come to the end of our session, and I hope you enjoyed everything we talked about, and that you you get to know more about the present simple tense and how how to how to use these tense when it comes to uh, general speaking conversations, and how to pronounce the final S in a proper way, and how to get a negative statements of uh, any uh, any affirmative any affirmative statements of present simple tense. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you'd like to get more videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you.